Welcome to Sonny McKee Field, finally in this baseball series between the Ball State Cardinals and the Miami Redhawks. The Redhawks hosting Ball State, respectively, sitting at the top of the MAC standings, and we've only been able to get one baseball game in this weekend, and that was a continuation of the rain delay that went overnight yesterday. We picked up in the top of the sixth inning yesterday, and the Redhawks fell 3-2 against Ball State. So we have a doubleheader today, starting at noon, just about to get the first pitch underway. So on the mound for the Redhawks is going to be the right-handed pitcher, Spencer Mraz. He's has 46 innings pitched, 35 hits, 24 runs, 17 earned runs, and he's having a pretty good season on the mound, having a 3.28 ERA. He's 5-2 as a starter. So we're about to get underway here as Aaron Simpson, the junior from Orange, California, the center fielder, is going to step into the batter's box and get us underway as he makes his way to the right-handed batter's box. And we're going to get two baseball games in here to finish out the big series, like I just mentioned. Both these teams at the top of the MAC standings jockeying for position, and hopefully one of them will be an NCAA tournament qualifier with the MAC automatic bid. So let's get underway here. 60 degrees and sunny here at McKee Field as the first pitch is fired in there for a ball from Mraz. That one's low and in the dirt. The Redhawks coming in 29-8 on the season, 10-3 in the Mid-American Conference. Ball State coming in 24-13, 8-3 in the conference. Second pitch is fired in there for a strike to even up the count at 1-1 from Mraz. Aaron Simpson's batting .357 on the year. He started all 37 games. It must be a misstat there as this 1-1 pitch is fouled back at the screen there by Aaron Simpson. Simpson's been very active on the base pass so far in this series with 4 stolen bases for the Cardinals. The 1-2 pitch. Winding delivery from Mraz is a swinging strike, and that's going to punch out Simpson for the first out of the afternoon. Spencer Mraz definitely always trying to overpower the hitter, and he just did there with a high fastball that fooled Aaron Simpson. So that's going to bring up Noah Navarro, the freshman second baseman. So he's going to step into the right-handed batter's box. Lots of righties on this Ball State Cardinals baseball squad. The first pitch from Mraz is swung on, laced into the left field corner, and that's going to get down. He's going to turn around first base and cruise into second as it's fielded there by Kyle Winkler, and that's going to be a double there for Noah Navarro. And the Cardinals are in business here in the top of the first inning with a runner in scoring position already, as Noah Navarro had no problem with hitting that into left center field past all the outfielders out there. And Kyle Winkler fielded it at the fence and fired it in there. So that's going to bring up third man in the order, Ross Messina, the junior from Kansas City, Missouri. He's batting .308 on the season. Mraz looks back at second base and fires a strike in there that's swung on and missed by Messina. Wind blowing from left to right, from the third baseline to the first baseline here, but not anything that we've seen in the first 2 days here, Friday and Saturday, as that one swung on, and it's going to get down into right field. That's going to score one, as coming around the corner is Noah Navarro, and that's going to be a RBI double there for Ross Messina. as he scores Noah Navarro to get the Ball State Cardinals on top here in the top of the first inning. So good start here for the Cardinals as they already score one, and this looks like a totally different game than the first game that we had here. We were scoreless and only had one hit in the first 6 innings. Then the top of the 7th inning yesterday, the Cardinals scored on 2 errors and one hit, and then the Miami came firing back in the 9th inning, almost coming back with a winning run 90 feet away at third base, and they just came up short, losing 3-2. So 1 out, 1-0 Cardinals as Mraz fires in the first pitch there to John Ricotta, the senior first baseman, as he swings at that one and misses on the slider. That puts Mraz ahead in the count 0-1. The 1 pitch, swung on and missed there. That's going to bring the count to 0-2 as Mraz gets ahead in the count, trying to punch out his second batter of the afternoon. As shaken up there is John Ricotta as he's going to step out of the batter's box, but he looks okay. Ricotta's batting .294 on the season with 26 runs, 6 homers, and 31 RBIs, trying to add to that total with a runner on second base. That's Ross Messina, as after he knocked in his teammate Noah Navarro on an RBI double. The 2 pitch coming from Mraz. That one's high. Check swing there by Ricotta. And it looks like he tipped that. So it's going to keep the count at 0-2. Miami coming in is 14-1 on the road, 12-5, or 14-1 at home, and 12-5 on the road. Ball State 6-9 on the road and 11-1 at home. They just came off a single game series against Indiana, and they will host them this upcoming Tuesday at home. They traveled to the Hoosiers the other day and lost, and that's going to be a punch out there for Mraz as he gets John Ricotta swinging. 2 outs now with a runner on second base, and that's going to bring up William Baker, the third baseman, also from Kansas City, Missouri, stepping into the batter's box. Miami will host Xavier this upcoming week, during the week, and then they'll have a home series again against Northern Illinois. Spencer Mraz, the junior from Middleburg Heights, Ohio, deals, goes to the plate, and that one's inside as it backs off William Baker. It's called for a ball, 1-0, 2 outs, the top of the first inning here at McKee Field at Hayden Park. Ball State leading it 1-0 early here in this ball game. In a Sunday Easter weekend doubleheader. The second game will be played 45 minutes after the conclusion of this first game here, as that one swung on and it's going to drift foul, as there was a lot of drive there from William Baker, but he was too early on it, and that's going to even up the count at 1-1. No clouds in the sky this afternoon here at McKee Field, which was not the story. We had rain all weekend up to this point. It's about 50 degrees, feels like 60 with the sun out. Beautiful day for a doubleheader. The 1-1 pitch is tapped foul there. Up in the air, popped up, and Jordan Stevens at third base will corral that one for the third out. So Miami gets out of the inning, only surrendering 1 there, and Ball State leaves a man on base on second. as we're in the middle of the first inning with Miami coming to bat for the first time this afternoon. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. We'll be right back.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably?
It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
As humans,
Back to action we go here at McKee Field with the Red Hawks coming up the bat here, already in a 1-0 deficit as Ball State scored 1 run, 2 hits in the top of the first inning. Ross Messina knocking in his teammate Noah Navarra on a double. Back-to-back doubles score 1 for Ball State. So stepping into the batter's box is going to be Kyle Winkler, the left fielder, as he makes his way to the right-handed batter's box. The junior is batting .327 on the year. 29 games played with 28 starts and 98 at-bats. He's got 4 homers on the year with 25 RBIs as he fakes the first pitch there from right-handed pitcher John Baker, who boasts a 4-1 record with a 2.38 ERA in 34 innings pitched, 29 hits, 13 runs, 9 earned runs, as that one swung on by Winkler, and it's going to be popped up into right field. Should be no problem for Messina as he makes the catch. And we have 1 down here for the Red Hawks in the bottom of the first inning. He's coming to bat. It's going to be the speedy shortstop for Miami, Will Vogelsang, the junior. He's having a pretty good year at the plate, batting .314. 33 starts and 33 games played and 118 at-bats. He's got 1 homer and 17 RBIs. The first pitch there is fired in there for a strike, 90-mile-an-hour fastball there from John Baker. Baker coming from Heartland, Michigan, and Heartland High School, 6'3", 207. Fires in the 0-1 pitch. It's played down the first baseline by Winkler, and that's going to be an easy play there for John Ricotta as he fields it, steps on first base, and 2 down are down for Miami. And coming to bat here for the Red Hawks is going to be the junior Landon Stevens, the second baseman. Red Hawks making it very easy here for John Baker early in this first inning. Handful of pitches so far. Could be a quick one for John Baker with 4 pitches as his pitch count, as the first one is fired in there high and away for a ball to Landon Stevens. The 1-0 pitch is fired in there for a strike. Called strike. They even up the count at 1-1 with 2 outs. Ball State leads it 1-0. The 1-1 pitch is low and inside, called for a ball. Hitter's pitch coming here for Landon Stevens. The 2-1 is swung on and tipped. That's going to be called for a strike. They even up the count at 2-2. Landon Stevens down to his last strike of his at-bat. 2-2 pitch, swung on, laced in the left field. That one's going to get down. Chasing there is Murphy, and turning the corner and cruising in the second base is Landon Stevens. who puts Miami in the hit column with a 2-out double. And coming to bat here is going to be Jordan Stevens, the redshirt junior, stepping into the batter's box from Dallas Baptist. He's originally from Parker, Colorado. We spoke to him yesterday after the game, and he said he's not really used to the cold weather that we face here in Ohio and southwestern Ohio in the spring. He said it is what it is, though. You're just going to go out and play. Jordan Stevens unrelated to Landon Stevens, but they bat back-to-back in the batting order most days as that first ball is high in a way, and it's going to be called for a ball. Stevens broke his 13-game hitting streak yesterday, coming up hitless, and he was pretty upset with that in post-game. He said he's going to try to get back into that streak once again as he swings at the second pitch, and it's fouled up and away over the Ball State dugout, out of play. Stevens also mentioned that he started out cold, and then the Eastern Kentucky series came early in the season, and that got him right back on track. He's having a good season at the plate. Batting .309, 97 at-bats, 2 homers, 20 RBIs, with a slugging percentage of .454. As that pitch is fired in there, or we're getting a timeout on the field. 2 outs, runner on second base. That's Landon Stevens. Jordan Stevens at the plate in the right-handed batter box. He has the bat cocked over his right shoulder, facing the 1-1 pitch here from John Baker. Baker comes to the plate. Stealing is Landon Stevens, and he's going to get caught there at third base and end the inning, as Stevens wasn't even close there. Good play there by Chase Sevy, the catcher, to fire it down the third base, and the tag is put on by Baker, and that's going to end the inning here with Ball State leading it as we head to the top of the second inning. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio. We'll be right back.
Building relationships during recovery from mental and substance use disorders can put the strength of family and community behind you. We're all connected, offering encouragement, support, and hope. Join the Voices for Recovery. Strengthen families and communities.
Ranger Station.
I'd like to report a bear hug.
Okay.
I put out my campfire and Smokey Bear hugged me.
So you drowned the fire, you stirred it, drowned it again, and felt that it was cold?
Uh-huh.
Yep, he's just letting you know you did good.
Bear hug from Smokey Bear. Status update.
I'm gonna let you go now. There are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service Ad Council and your state forester.
All right, crew, let's get it.
Kenny Schierlinger all by himself this afternoon for Red Hawk Radio as we start the top of the second inning with Ball State leading it 1-0 here against the Miami Redhawks early. Coming to bat for Cardinals and facing a first pitch ball. It's Mac Murphy. He's batting .303 on the season. One-oh pitch is popped up out of play and right over the Red Hawk dugout and out of McKee Field. It's going to even up the count at 1-1 with no outs. Pretty good crowd on hand here. Enjoying the nice weather here on Easter Sunday and some baseball as we got 2 games, as this is game 1 of 2 today. game 2 of the series, as that pitch is swung on and missed there by Mac Murphy to bring the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mraz looking for another punch out. That one's fouled back in about the same foul ball spot as the previous one over the Red Hawk dugout. This one stays into the ballpark and bounces over the fence. Trying to battle off Spencer Mraz. And a potential strikeout is Mac Murphy, the freshman left fielder. The 1-2 pitch. That one's hit into right field, and a little diving catch there made by the right fielder for the Red Hawks, McKay Williams, as he gets the first out of the inning for Spencer Mraz and the Red Hawks, and that's going to bring up Chase Sebi, the catcher, who just recently, in the past inning, threw out Landon Stevens, trying to steal third base. She steps into the right-handed batter's box. He's batting .260 on the year. No homers, 24 runs, and 24 RBIs. The first pitch is a called strike there as Mraz sneaks that over the plate. Standing on deck for the Cardinals is Noah Powell, the junior shortstop. The 0-1 pitch. Mraz comes to the plate. That one's called for a strike. 86-mile-an-hour changeup. Mraz ahead in the count. Mraz taking his time. And he's going to come with an 0-2 pitch. This one is swung on, slider, and it's going to be out of play there over the netting behind home plate, keeping the count 0-2 with 1 out. Red Hawks infielders in normal depth. With 1 out. 0-2 pitch from Mraz. That one swung on and should be no problem there for the right fielder. Oh, it's going to drop down there as McKay Williams couldn't make the play, and turning around second and cruising into third is going to be Chase Sebi, as he has a 1-out triple, as that one looked like it wasn't going to be any problem. Maybe it was a misplayed there for McKay Williams, as he thought he had a little bit more time, as he wasn't making a hurry over there. It looked like he was just going to make the catch easily, but it just got down inside the first baseline, and that's going to be a triple, and Ball State is in business with 1 out with another run 90 feet away at third base, and that's going to bring up Noah Powell, the junior shortstop, trying to drive in another run for the Ball State Cardinals. First pitch is down in the dirt, called for a ball there by Spencer Mraz. Mraz has 2 strikeouts, 1 earned run, no walks so far in this ball game, trying to keep the damage down as that one swung on, hit into right field and that's going to score a run there as the catch is made by McKay Williams, as Chase Sebi tags up and comes home. So the job is done there by Noah Powell as he scores another one for the Ball State Cardinals, and they're up here in the top of the 7th inning, 2-0 on the Red Hawks. And stepping in the batter's box, the DH, Tim Blankensberger, the freshman, batting 9th in the order. As Ball State's working through the lineup quickly. 2 outs now for Spencer Mraz, trying to get out of the inning, giving up no more runs. This one is grounded up the middle, play made by Will Volgasang, and he eats it up as he's unable to get Blankensberger there at first base, and that's going to be a single there from Blankensberger, as we're going to head to the top of the order once again with Aaron Simpson, who struck out his first time up, the center fielder from California. He's batting .355 on the year, 38 runs, 3 homers, and 33 RBIs. Ball State with 4 hits, 2 runs, no errors. Miami with no runs, 1 hit, and no errors so far in this ball game. First pitch from Mraz is popped up and looks like it's going to drift out of play over the first baseline, over the dugout of Ball State. It's going to bring the count to 0-1 with 2 outs. So here the Ball State dugout very vocal over there. College baseball definitely unique with the benches and how vocal they are, as they're always trying to fire up their fellow teammates on the field. And as long as they stay with the good sportsmanship, it's all fun and games. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Swung on there by Simpson, deep center field. It's going to go over the head of Massman, and this is going to score 1 at least. It's going to be another triple, as sliding into first or third base is going to be Aaron Simpson. Scoring there is Tim Blankensberger, and out to a 3-0 lead here is Ball State on the Miami Redhawks here in the top of the second inning. As another triple is tallied there by the Cardinals. RBI triple that scored Tim Blankensberger. The Cardinals are in business now. Up 3-0 here early in this ball game, and a game 1 of a 2-game doubleheader on this Easter Sunday. First pitch to Noah Navarra, who had a double his first time up, is called for a strike as he swings and misses there. Another run standing 90 feet away for the Ball State Cardinals, as that 0-1 pitch is inside and low, and it's going to be called for a ball to even up the count at 1-1 with 2 outs. That one is swung on and misplayed there by Will Volgesang, and that's going to score another one for the Cardinals, as Noah Navarra converts on that one. We'll see if they give, looks like it's going to be an error there on Will Volgesang as he misplayed that one. Oh, they're going to score it as a hit, and we're going to get a timeout on the field. Spencer Mraz is going to get a meeting from Matthew Passor in his second season, trying to calm down his 6'10" right-handed pitcher on the mound, who's already surrendered 4 runs here early in this ball game. If you're just joining us, Kenny Schierlinger alongside with you for this doubleheader. Ball State out to an early 4-0 lead in the top of the second inning. 3-run inning so far here for Ball State. They might not be done yet with a runner still on first base. Stepping into the batter's box is going to be Ross Messina, the junior from Kansas City, trying to keep the inning going. Ball State got a run in the first and haven't stopped yet as they score 3 here. So Ross Messina steps into the batter's box. He's batting .313 on the year with 4 homers and 38 RBIs. Having a good year. Stealing and coming to second base and getting thrown out there is Noah Navarro, and the Redhawks get out of the inning. Good play there as Cal Alvers fires it down there to second base to end the inning, but not before 3 runs come in for Ball State as they lead it 4-0 early here in this ball game. Miami coming up the bat next in the bottom of the second inning. You're listening to Miami Baseball on Red Hawk Radio.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to. Nope. I'm sure you've got a perfectly good excuse. Kids, work. I get it. You're busy. So what better time than now? Let's begin. Raise 1 finger if you're a man. Ladies, none yet. Oh, count in your head if you're driving. Now, 3 more fingers for everyone over 60. 2 over 50, 1 over 40, one more if you're not physically active, another finger if anyone in your family has type 2 diabetes, another if you've got high blood pressure. If you're overweight, raise another finger, 2 if you're very overweight, and 3 if you're really overweight. You've just taken the world's first audio prediabetes test. And if you're holding up 5 or more fingers, visit doihaveprediabetes.org or talk to your doctor. There's no excuse because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Building relationships during recovery from mental and substance use disorders can put the strength of family and community behind you. We're all connected, offering encouragement, support, and hope. Join the Voices for
Don't sweat the technique.
Back to action here in the bottom of the second inning as Jordan Stevens steps into the batter's box, and he's swinging right out of the gate as he singles there. As that one gets through the third baseman, Baker, into left field, and a leadoff single for Jordan Stevens, who gets back into the hit column. Like we mentioned yesterday, he was a little upset his 13-game hitting streak was snapped yesterday. So now he has a base to start building another one, as Cal Elvers, who just threw out a runner at second base to end the top of the second inning, he's going to step into the batter's box here. The junior catcher, who's on the Buster Posey Award list. It's the award that goes with the best college baseball catcher. As that first pitch is fired in there for a strike, it catches the outside corner of the plate. 0-1 count with a runner on first base. That's Jordan Stevens. Cole Andrews, the freshman DH, is on deck for the Red Hawks. The 0-1 pitch coming from John Baker. Breaking ball that swung on and hit out of play over the home plate netting. It's going to bring it up to a 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Jordan Stevens over there on first base. He's got some speed, so it's going to be in the head of Chase Sebi behind home plate for the Cardinals. 0-2 pitch is fired in there for a ball, high and away. Stevens is 4 for 8 on stolen bases so far this season. Miami very active on the base pass, 88 for 106. The 1-2 pitch from Baker. Breaking ball that's fouled out of play once again, this time over the first base line, out of play into the parking lot here at McKee Field at Miami University. It's going to keep the count at 1-2 here with no outs. The 1-2 pitch, actually it's going to go to first base as John Baker wants to check Jordan Stevens, keeping him with a modest lead. It's called safe. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's called for a strike because it froze Cal Elvers there. Nothing you could really do there. Breaking ball fools him, and that's going to be the first out of the inning, bringing up the DH, Cole Andrews. Andrews batting .333, the third best batting average for the Red Hawks this season. 29 games played and 28 starts. 102 at bats as he faces a first pitch ball to get ahead in the count. 34 hits for Cole Andrews. He's got 3 homers, 23 RBIs. Jordan Stevens still over there on first base. Hasn't tested Sebi yet as that ball is fired in there for a swinging strike by Andrews to even up the count at 1-1. John Baker looking good so far. He only has 1 strikeout has put a lot of balls in play, and the Ball State defense have taken care of business so far, as that 1-1 pitch is low and inside, called for a ball. 86 mile an hour on the gun. So Red Hawks trying to claw their way back as they find themselves in a 4-0 hole early in this ball game, and we're in the bottom of the second inning. 2-1 pitch as Jordan Stevens goes. He's going to slide into first base as the ball is bobbled there by the shortstop, Powell, and Jordan Stevens tallies his 5th stolen base of the season.